Yo, it's the 1409 podcast. I go by the name of KT.
It's your boy GualaMeetsWorld.
We in episode 101. You know, we got a special guest in here out of Austin, Texas. He's an activist, motivational speaker, an author, entrepreneur, CEO. I know we got Mr. Cluren Williams out here. How you doing, sir?
All right. How y'all doing, man? How you doing, Black man?
Doing good, bro.
Already.
Oh, good. We out here with our backgrounds. I'm back with my background right here, so I'm good. I'm even better than I was.
Well, you back in the studio. I don't know where you was at them last couple episodes.
yeah, you know, you gotta get it how you live out here.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. All right, we're gonna get a little more into Mr. Williams, and but before we do that, let's get into these shots.
Back in the studio. I don't know where you.
Yeah, let's get to these shots. Everybody got something to sip on.
You already know what's going on, man.
Yeah, you know what's going on here too.
The legendary I Build Shit mug. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I got to give a disclaimer because my mom told me she tapped in on one night episode. We were wilding out. So if you're watching, hey, cover your ears, close your eyes.
All right, we're gonna let our guests do the cheers. What you want to cheer? What you want to do a cheers to?
Man, to the revolutionaries, the ones who are here, the ones who are fallen, our comrades, to the pharaohs, the year of the pharaohs waking up and arising, and to the kings and the queens of the new nation, the new culture that we have established. And I just pray that we continue to do this and make history together around the world, no matter where we at.
Yes, sir. Already.
Ooh.
All right. We got the little shout out the way. Now we're gonna get to a little trivia. You from Austin, Texas, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So what's the name of the NBA G League team in Austin?
The NBA G League team, that's the Austin Toros.
Austin Toros? It's not the Austin Spurs?
Well, Spurs Toros.
Okay. You own it.
Spurs Toros. I mean, yeah, they D-League from San Antonio, but they're in Austin, so they still, Austin Spurs Toros. So, yeah.
Hey, you got it. For sure. All right, so what are 3 things people may not know about you?
I don't think people know how much of a nerd I am. I always wanted to be a scientist. Since I was a very little child, I thought I was Dr. Doolittle also. I love animals, man. And growing up in the hood, man, you could imagine the faces and the things that would come out of my family mouth when I walk in with stray birds and raccoons and snakes, and they were like, "Oh my God, this dude here is just." But that's 2 things people don't know about me, and the third thing is I'm afraid of heights, man. I'm afraid of heights. A lot of people see me as very fearless, but one thing I still haven't just overcome was my fear of heights. So those 2 things.
So you don't like flying in planes?
I mean, I can fly in planes. It's just certain things. Walking over bridges, high bridges, scared. I don't know. It's just certain things. But heights for sure. Certain heights. If I stand over dams or anything, man, it's I'm very afraid of it. So.
Facts. You need to be in something when you up high.
Yeah, I gotta be something where I feel like I'm secure. I'm pretty good, but it only controls the fear. It doesn't, remove it. I'll still be afraid. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Sure, man. So you say you grew up in Austin, man. You care to share about your upbringing there, how it was?
The upbringing in Austin was very. I don't want to say it was any different from the Black experience that anybody has in America, but there is a uniqueness to it. The Black culture there, they were very much in tune with making money off the land, and so as far as me growing up, I grew up in a very old family, an old setting. My mother was the baby of a elder family. So my first cousin right now is like 70 years old. And so being born in a baby, the family, I literally got to experience a lot of teachings that were grown, homegrown, and given between the years of, let's say, around 1925 to 1985. That I like to say from 1865 to 1965, and from 1965 to 2065, we'll see a difference. But that's another thing. But what I learned at home were old remedies, a lot of traditions from my ancestors, and it wasn't a lot of touchy feely love, but it was real love. It was real teach you how to survive, maintain order, believe in God, and all those things like that. So my upbringing was very colorful. My grandparents, I was placed into the situation of a lot of 80 babies, crack, cocaine, AIDS, HIV, and gangbanging in the early 90s. Those three things were pandemics, epidemics, and etc. And some of the biggest of its kind at the moment. And so my upbringing was very secure and taught, and we always taught lessons because it was supposed to save our lives. So I was raised around a very religious, organized, loving, supportive, hustling family. Working, they were working. They all worked. All the women were good, strong, headstrong women. And so, being born on the east side of Austin, you had the projects and you had the neighborhoods. And I was from the hood. I wasn't from the projects. I'm not a project baby. Now I love my project babies, but I'm not from the projects. And I say that because it was kind of like a little bit difference. The way that you had to be on game and had to be advanced as far as being in the streets. The project babies, I have to give it to them. They were a lot more advanced and prepared to survive with different surviving kits and things in the streets than we had in the hood. But we all were hustlers. And so the Black community that I grew up in was very strong, very tight, very organized, very resourceful within themselves, and taught you how to be able to stand up and have respect for others and love for others. They taught us the difference between brotherly love and love for your family. And so that was a great experience, and I don't think I would have would choose to have a different one. So that's my upbringing on the east side of Austin, y'all.
For sure, bro.
Humble beginnings.
Already.
All right, there's still a little feedback going on. You might have to cut the device volume a little bit, but we're gonna keep it pushing though. We're gonna keep it pushing. You know how we do. What do you feel like the most challenging thing you had to overcome in life? What do you feel like?
When my brother was recently shot by the Austin Police Department 12 times, he survived. My brother's name is Lawrence Parrish. Justice for Lawrence Parrish. He was shot April 7, 2017, in his home alone. And then he was also framed for shooting at the police and locked up in a prison for over 2 years. My brother recently was released. And due to the fact that he survived, a lot of attention was took on the people who died that went through these same experiences. But I consider our experience to be very unique and very much blessed and sent from God. I got friends, peers, family members, and etc. who have passed with a lot less more trauma from guns. I got guys who lost their life from getting shot in the leg one time, with a 22, and he passed away. And so it's not always how many times you get shot, what you get shot by, and all that stuff. Sometimes you have to realize that there is a higher power. And the reason for him being alive with us today is so that we can prove that. And sometimes seeing is believing. And sometimes seeing your brothers go through certain things, it helps you believe. We all go through situations where we stop believing. All have experiences where we just want to quit. And so hopefully our story will continue to inspire and give strength to those who want to quit and stop or choose not to believe. There's some ignorance that still follows us no matter where we go. And for some reason, they still think that God is asleep, and he is not. And so my brother survived so that we will continue this fight, even though we have not received justice yet for our family. And the entitlement that we are entitled from what they've stolen, not from us, but from our fathers and fathers prior to this. But to be going through the same things that they went through in 1865, in 1765, in 1665, just in a different light, it is a very, very hurtful experience, but it also is a learning experience. And educating some of us gives us strength, give us the type of strength that we're going to need to keep fighting. And I believe that that's what God has done with us and my family. And this was the changing point of my life. I had lost my daughter before, lost my parents. I buried countless close peers to me, where I can honestly say I didn't expect this to happen. And when my brother was shot, my little brother, Lawrence Parrish, I believe to this day that that was the awakening experience for me, because I had never felt a pain like that in my life. I cried on the floor for 3 months. I used street drugs to keep the tears off my eyes so that I can keep fighting and battling. Because in the streets, if somebody would have touched my brother, we would have took it and held court in the streets. But since it was 4 officers, it was a different way. It was something that I never experienced. I didn't know how to fight, not initially, but I did know I had to. And for that reason, God guided me and gave me the things that I needed to continue this fight to this day. No matter what didn't happen, and no matter all the losses and experiences and the tears and the blood, we remain still and still for the justice of Lawrence Parrish at this very moment until it is complete.
Yes, sir. You mind if I show a little footage of what some of the things you endured during this period?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I love to display.
No volume, bro.
Got no volume on there.
All right, let me get that back together. I know what I did. I know what I did there. I know it.
Also, man, do you think that why he's doing that? I got another question, man. You said some powerful stuff. Do you feel like our community does a bad job of making it normal for our young black kings to, you know what I'm saying, the trauma we go through? Do you think we make it too normal and not really address it?
Yeah, of course. It took me getting older. Okay, I think I'm still on here. It took me getting older to realize that we were all kind of like handed the same stigma. One of the stigma for the black women and black men, we both get up. We're aggressive, loud, right, and very hard. That's a stigma we've been given. But it's also due to the suppression. All right, and the suppression it has made us and hardened us very, very hard to survive, and you have to be hard to survive. Point blank, period. And so, of course, man, of course, that is a true fact. I live with it in my household. Mental health wasn't a conversation at all. You know, I just don't remember talking about mental health until the family members got older and got into situations where they would realize they needed mental health. And you know what, they come home talking about, you need to see a psychiatrist. And you talking about, oh man, you know how people do, same way they do when they first find Jesus. You like, dog, come on. Last week we was just tossing something up. Now you talking about you want to be a preacher? Nigga, is you crazy? So these are the reactions you're gonna get once you start to do something different anyway. But was it a part of our culture and spoke? No. But do I always remind people, did we have remedies for this? Hell yeah, we had plenty of remedies for our mental health issues. You best believe if them white folks was gonna do us the way they did to sleep at night, them niggas had remedies. They had ways to keep themselves motivated and focused, because it is impossible to be living in those conditions and not kill your oppressor. I know I would have killed a whole bunch of white folks, you know, or anybody. They have to be white. It wouldn't matter. No matter who do you like that. Somebody doing you like that, treating you like a dog and your family in front of you, you're going to react. You're supposed to.
For sure.
And so, of course, that attitude and that spirit has moved on forward with our children. But these are the times, and I say this again, that the pharaohs are waking up. And we're not afraid to talk about these things. And we're not afraid to make these white folks pay.
So one more question, bro. I don't want to slip my mind. You know, I think a big thing now, everyone is proclaiming to break generational curses or create generational wealth. My question for you is, in your own words and way, how can we heal this generational trauma? Because that's something that we need to be talking about too.
Yeah. And like I say, it all starts with you and your household. You know, too many people wake up trying to worry about saving the world. They ain't talked to their brothers in years, their sisters in years. Don't know the first cousin they grew up with, kicking up dust with. They barely even see them. You know, they household scattered out. Their baby mama ain't got respect for them. Every time he talk to her, he cuss her out. She cuss him out. They spit on each other when they ride by. You ain't my leader. You can't stop no generational curse. You can't build no generational wealth unless you're doing it through your family. So how the hell I'm supposed to see y'all doing this or expect this to be happening? I don't care what you say. Like I say, I grew up in an area where talk been cheap. Cheapest shit I'd ever seen in my life. And so to break generational curses, it starts with your generation, your genealogy. What makes you? What is your making? Do you know who your great-great-grandfather is? That is a generational curse you can break right there, just knowing who your people are. It's a lot of general curses we got to break. My son is in prison right now. I didn't break that curse. I wasn't able to stop that. I prayed every day for years to keep this from happening. Guess what happened? My daughter was born in prison. In prison. She was born in prison. Tupac mama had him right before she had him, she got out. But my daughter was born in prison, in the penitentiary, Texas prison. And so a lot of curses that we got to break, just because you're seeing them right now still in existence, don't mean you don't have the opportunity to break them either. And then don't be stuck on just one curse. Everybody's stuck on money. What about the redemption? Facts. What about entitlement? What about your name? I want my fucking name. Excuse my language. But I want my name.
Good. You good, bro.
I want my kids to have my name, right? And I want them to go so forth, and that name means something, so I can have both of what y'all owe me, right? Y'all owe me my money. The 40 acres and the mule bullshit, that's $30,000. So we passed that. We don't want $30,000. So what do I want? I want my name back. I want the real redemption. The identity that you have stolen is a requirement of the redemption. This is how we heal and break the generational curses, not just by the money, because we are living in a culture and a community of Black people who are not even living better with quality of life than slaves. And I'm talking about the Black people before 1865 had a better quality of life and seen a longer life than you and me. Why? Because for some reason, we start getting caught up on this piece of paper instead of what really they stole. And it was two things: our fucking land and our name. And that's what we need back pronto. And we're not going to keep asking. In Austin, Texas, on the east side, Black people are ready to take our shit. We will go in there and take our shit. We have presented and planted our feet and rooted in the ground, standing, prepared to take our shit. And I hope other people around the world are on the same thing.
Already.
For sure, bro.
All right, so let me play what I was trying to play earlier with the technical difficulties, but we got those difficulties straightened out now. So let me know if y'all can hear.
Texas Advocates for Justice and the community of Austin also.
Here.
My brother is Lawrence Parrish. He was shot April 7th over 9 times.
Everybody hear it?
Of 2017.
Yeah.
By the Austin Police Department. My brother was shot 3 times in each upper shoulder, 1 time in each hand, once in the eye, and once in the nose. My brother survived. In less than 30 hours, he was placed under arrest and pulled into a psych ward of the Del Valley Jail Complex. This cell has no beds, just padded walls. So I can imagine the pain that he's been going through in the process of trying to heal. Not one, not two, not even three, but 4 officers from different backgrounds lied about this incident. New video footage will surface soon and show the world that new training and technology cannot fix the integrity of this police department. Now, please, congregation, I come to you. This is the voice of the community. This voice may sound loud, arrogant sometimes, or even proudful. But this voice is strong because it comes from far, far, far away. Seas and other lands of innocent blood of my people that's been played is coming through my voice. And I ask that this panel of power and wisdom don't just stand here and look at me and hear me, but listen to the department that you're considering renewing and listen to the words out their mouth. The chief of police said that if the police monitor fails, then he fails. Well, Chief, I'm sorry to tell you, you failed. Your police monitors have failed us, and so forth. I've watched different and numerous countless people come and represent this side, and even the black man that just left told you that people sagging and looking like me don't deserve a chance. I don't even know if you heard it. And black woman, I applaud you for where you came and how you got here. But I think you need to look for a department with lesser money and high integrity. This department has misused our money for far too long, and they've misused our people. They have also registered as a nonprofit organization and has misused $17.5 million. We don't need to give them another 5 years to misuse more money. We've already neglected our children. We have no more parks, no more schools. With that $106 million contract that you just promised us, you just took away for us to have somewhere to stay and live, but we don't need any more. So for all the mics of your organization and the ones who love to travel and have fun and get married and live their dreams, well, while y'all coming together on that side, y'all destroying communities on this side. Sure, that's all I got to say. We both know.
Already. That was a historical day. That was a historical day right there, man.
Man, that's monumental right there, for real, for real.
For sure.
That day right there, we stopped a police union contract. And this was the first time that it ever happened in history based off community vocalism. My testimony helped set up and win and stop a renewing of a contract with the police department and with a community of people with over 1 million people, and that many people in Austin now. That has never happened. So the APD did not work for Austin for 2 years based off that fight right there. First time it ever happened in history, man. So that means that I stopped the whole police department from being contract with one of the biggest cities in the world. Okay, that's what that means for 2-3 years, bro. They were getting paid straight from federal.
Yeah, you made a statement with that, like you was in their face telling them how it is, like right there in their face, like what else could they do but fold?
Real
facts, man. So what drove you to become an activist?
At this point, you know, and it's not because you said activist. I just say this because I'm getting used to it. I need people to understand. Fred Hampton Jr. is now producing this movie, and we get to see a little bit of highlighting life and the attitude of one of the Black messiahs before us. And it's very important that we understand why he named us for this day, because we knew these white folks was gonna come and try to say, "Oh, you an activist." Nah, we're revolutionary. I changed history. I changed the culture and quality of life for Black people in my city, not in the world. Because I told you, this ain't about jumping up and trying to change the world. We got to do this one step at a time. And the only man I can respect is the man that treats his household properly before he walk out. and keeps it in order. Then he walk out and he try to help the world. Because God gave you that family for you, bro. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I move. And so I let everybody know that we are revolutionaries. We have changed the course. It wasn't televised. They didn't know. I don't have a GED. You see what I'm saying? I came off the corner. When my brother got shot, I was selling drugs. I had plenty of women. Beautiful. Selling cocaine, not marijuana. Cocaine. I ain't scared to say this because I've been in prison, been fed up. Hell, they know already, but what the fuck they gonna do? They can't do nothing to me, man. I'm telling you my life story now. You see? Y'all sold cocaine, which brings some of the most beautiful women in the world. And all you gotta do is pull it in your pinky. You ain't got to buy that pussy. So you got to understand, man, my mind frame changed real fast. Overnight, when they shot my brother, I turned from one type of person into a whole nother human being based off of me knowing that I have to fight against the system in a way that I've never experienced just to save my brother's life. I quit everything. I lost everything. So I didn't become an activist. I got activated and began the creation of a new revolution in Austin, Texas.
Yes, sir. Do you feel like the social justice has made a change for the better in Austin since the changes you have initiated?
Yes. Mike Ramos was shot last year in this same month, around the same time. We just got that officer charged with murder. We also just got a bill passed that guarantees the Black quality of life $500 million. I'm sitting at the table now and I'm talking about $500 million. And I don't even have a true formal education. God is good. It's amazing. And I can't say it enough. To be an educator today, a public speaker, organizer, music label, musician, clothing line, author, revolutionary. Yeah, I sat down with the legislators and changed laws in Austin. So we living in a different area. And at the rate where we're going, the social justice here will change forever. And I will make sure our names are on it, our faces are on it, so that when our kids get ready to go to our local museums, they'll see their family there. Because our families and the people in this community built this motherfucker. Now, I don't know how Black people think everywhere, but I'm pretty sure y'all built y'all's too. And so if you ain't got the attitude or the spirit, or you haven't been enlightened to stand up and fight, this is the year, this is the time. For the urban area of Austin, we have been kicked, pushed, manipulated, killed, slapped, spit on, gentrified, everything you can think of, and cast to the side. But guess what? We still here today. We still fighting. And I have to tell you that God has shown me and given me a vision of the change that is yet to come, that I've already inspired and been a part of myself. The change came once you decided to change. Everybody don't see it that way, and they don't know how much important one person can be. But if you ever won a championship on any sport, then you realize how important one person can be. And so since I've had those experiences, I took them on with me into my life. And we in the game and we ain't keeping up with the scope. Let everybody else keep up with the scope. Right now we balling. And I see something coming because I'm in the game. If I were watching this shit go on, hell yeah, I'll tell you ain't nothing changed. I come up here and I'll be the first one to tell you, it'll never happen. But when you in the game and you in the battlefield and you getting it, you looking at them like, throw the ball. I don't care what this fool talking about up here in the stands. Nigga, we got 10 seconds left. Right? We fist to win the game. And that's the attitude and the spirit we got as Black people. right? We got that spirit, and it comes with us through our birth because it's somebody that's in our DNA that they done real bad, and they thought they wasn't gonna be able to, they wasn't gonna come back. But guess what? They came back. Now they ain't you. You see what I'm saying? Now they thought they was gonna write us off when they killed Malcolm, Martin, Fred. They sent Marcus Garvey back to Jamaica. They tried with AIDS, everything. They tried everything they could to stop today from happening. And guess where we at? We at the brink. We in the red zone, and I ain't playing. We ain't being careful. We coming through with fumblerooskies, all kind of plays. We got to score this touchdown. And I feel like in Austin, we as close as we ever gonna be in history.
You got to let it be known out here. We got to spread that voice through the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're here to do for you. Spread that voice to the world, to audience that hasn't heard it, maybe an audience that has heard your voice. Let that reiterate in their mind, like for real.
Already.
Sure,
what speaking engagements do you feel like were most significant to you?
Man, I'm gonna hands down say when I partnered up with the Austin Justice Coalition, and I am a part of Black Austin Collective, Austin Coalition now, but we partnered up and we had 60,000, maybe or more people march from the historical. And this is another thing people don't know about Austin. The first projects were in Austin. One of the first Black colleges were placed in Austin. Austin was the blueprint for the new slavery for Negroes. It was the blueprint for projects, systematic control. So for everybody that's living in America that listens to 1409, and y'all get on this, and y'all on the podcast, I want y'all to understand that I was raised in the place that designed what we are living in. The project, the test drive, was ran on the Black community of Austin. And so I said that to say this, that, you know, right now where we at here and what we trying to do and what I'm trying to do and how I see things going, man, is, you know, I just want to stay involved. I want to stay humble. I want to stay alive so I can see some of this stuff. But I think I'm prepared, and we homegrown for the future and what's coming for us, as long as we keep our mind on our children. Because one thing for sure, man, you can't have no future if you ain't putting it in them kids. So we got to put a lot into our kids and into our youth, and that's very important to me all the time.
Already.
For sure. So, man, can you talk a little bit about K.K.M.G and what does it mean?
Yes, Killa Klick Music Group is a label that me and my brother founded and started, trying to make ways out the, you know, streets. The same story a lot of young brothers have now, and the reason why they're getting in the music industry. Our family was musically inclined. Our neighborhood was musically inclined. The music thing was kind of like in our blood. It was always placed upon us, and so we decided to do some things the right way. We got a chance to watch a lot of artists get messed over, TLCs and all that stuff before us, and so we kind of like started the blueprint and the nature of the game that it is now, the independent artists, and so it's very hard. And so creating that and getting from taking the street money and putting it to the label and trying to take that transformation and get out the game and stuff, man, that's a story that we will never get tired of. No matter whose stories it is or where it's coming from, we'll never get tired of that. And so K.K.M.G was birthed off the backs and the stomachs of the Sam Houston boys, who are also a local group based out of Austin, Texas, who went pretty much worldwide, did a lot of big things, worked with a lot of people before their time, actually. And we decided to come up with a label, man, and keep the music going after our entire neighborhood started going fed. We was kind of like the last two left. And so we was like, well, hey, man, everybody getting jammed up. You know, we got to keep this thing rolling. I'm like, all right, let's keep this thing rolling. And K.K.M.G was born.
Killa Klick Music Group.
Yes, sir.
So with the knowledge you possess now and how much you transition in life, music is a powerful tool because music can move us mentally, physically, and emotionally. What would you say is the ultimate goal of K.K.M.G?
Um, to continue to home and house and grow musicians who want to stay authentic, who don't want to sell their soul, who like to be home based, who don't want to have to talk about sex, guns, and violence. You know what I'm saying? Just to get a check, but willing, to jump in any genre they feel comfortable in. Put it like that, and produce some quality music, man. A lot of people still just putting patching stuff up and throwing it out. It's kind of like the norm now, man. You don't care. They'll do a whole album in the backseat of a car, and it's cool because we have that type of technology to do it. But it's still not the top notch, compete with the big boys. I want to be able to pull in the money Drake pulling in. Well, you got to be able to get that sound. You got to get that quality. And so we want to stay able to do that and produce people who are willing to stand up in the community and produce people who are not just artists, but are willing to take the responsibility of the whole total package and building those people as men, as women, stand-up guys, people that people look up to. Because like you said, music is a big influence on our culture. It's one of the biggest influences. It is the biggest influence in the world. It is the reason why every culture can speak our language finally. They know exactly what we talk about. I remember years ago when the Lil Jon song dropped out and the fool saying skeet, 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 and they were playing on radio all them years, and then the white folk found out what skeet was. Man, they went crazy. Man, they took that thing out so fast. You hear me? They started bleeping everything. So now you hear the song, you don't hear the word skeet in it. But we laughing in the black community because, like, man, like, are y'all serious? Y'all didn't know what skeet meant? And actually, Dave Chappelle did a segment in the stand-up comedy about it. Like, y'all that silly, y'all didn't know what skeet meant. But point is, what I'm making is everybody's able to speak our language now. We're able to communicate around the world at a high level. And out of all the different type of black people it is, everybody want to be like us, man. Everybody want to be like us.
Everybody want to be like Mike.
Like that.
Yeah. What other advice do you have for the listeners and viewers out there? It can be advice in any type of aspect of life. What advice do you have for them?
My advice will always be simple. I would hope for those to be able to understand that you possess the keys to your survival, the cure for your disease, the answer to your problems, you yourself. So for all listeners and lookers out there, leaders, activists, presidents, governors, they're not here to save you. They're not. I'm sorry. They're not here to be your savior. They're not here like superheroes to swoop in and save the community when we have snowstorms or tornadoes and all this stuff like that. That's not what they're here to do. You possess everything you need to save you within you. You already are strong enough. You have leadership within you. And it's time to grow that. It's time to infuse. It's time to build on it. As they always said, all we need is a little mustard seed, right, of faith, and we can move mountains. And so I want to leave you guys with this. If nothing else, know that you have what you need inside of you to win this fight. Knowing that when you change you, then you do really change the world. It may not be the world that you walk on, but it'll be the world and the most important world for you, which is your world. The world that makes yourself, the community of self, knowledge of self is very important. So if you have any anticipation on changing anything in your life, breaking the generational curses, building generational finance, educating your generation on a whole nother level, it will all, and I repeat, it will all start the day that you find the power in you. And I always love to say, man, it's God first, family second, money third, justice for Lawrence Parrish, man.
For sure, bro. So, man, we're going to shift gears just a little bit, man, because you also are author, man. You know what I'm saying? You got multiple books out here. You care to speak about your books, and which one of your books is the most significant to you?
Both of them are very significant. The Music, Money, and Murder I have right here is based on my life true story. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, ebook, Kindle, all platforms. You can look it up for yourself. Music, Money, and Murder by Cluren Williams. This is an urban novel, about 500 something pages actually. And it's a very authentic book. A lot of the people's names and identities have been changed to protect their privacy in this book. So for the people who do know me and may be curious if they're in the book, you might have to just read it to figure it out. I can't tell you all that. But this was my first book I actually published a year ago now. I've sold about 400 books up to date of this book myself with no help from
401.
sponsors. About 401. There you go.
402.
Boy, you just got the what? 402. All right. Appreciate the blessings, brothers. But I think my most significant would be one that would quote and actually tag on my life of what we're here to do, which is to educate all children everywhere, right? And so this book right here is called Oscar Wants to Fly. It's an urban version of an ostrich who is a bird, and all these birds are his friends, and he's born as a bird, but people might not know it's one of the bird species that can't fly. And so he winds up thinking outside the box, being very creative and courageous, and winds up learning how to fly. Maybe not the way that we expect a bird to fly, but he got it done, and that was basically the message. And so the message goes, nothing is impossible when you put your mind to it. So for all the Oscars in the world who have been told that they can't do something, always think of Oscar and never give up. And so one thing that I learned as an educator and as a man, period, that our children need confidence. One of the main tools they need is confidence. And so when you see a little boy and you see, hey, little man, you got a cool haircut, and he looks at you, guess what? You like 10,000 times cooler than him in his head. And so by you giving him a compliment and telling him, man, good job, or hey, man, I'm proud of you, those little things go a long way. And it's not just have to be your son, right? We all know that we heard this phrase, you know, that we need a village to raise children, but we've lost sight of that. We just got neighbors literally that we don't fucking know, right? And so if you're in that type of environment, man, try to change it. You know, try to change it. Do some things. Go out and be the one to set the tone, because your environment is very important for you, man. And so my most significant book up to date at this moment, it wouldn't be my life story. And I have a trilogy coming to the Music, Money, and Murder. It'll be a 3-book trilogy. But it will always be to prove that I also walk how I talk. I'm going to invest in my youth. I'm going to invest in children everywhere, and they don't have to be mine. I got robbed with being the father that I wanted to be to my children at early ages, going to prison, you know, and the hardships of life. But I got an opportunity to make some of those things come back a little different, right? It's not over. And so that's how I look at my life. Even though it's not how I wanted it, I have an opportunity that some people just don't get anymore. I'm watching youngsters die every day, man. They not living long. I mean, hell, rappers dying faster than niggas in the streets. It's like you're not even benefiting from being a rapper no more. It's like, man, I'm looking at hip hop and I haven't been more disgusted with hip hop ever in my life. And I'm black and I can say that. And I'm from the hood and I can say that. And I was there when it was invented and I can say that. Because it was used as a tool to get away from this shit. Now every time I look up, it's like you never left nowhere. You still having to sell weed. You still having to hustle. So what is it for? What are we using it for? We used to use it to do and empower and help other people, bro. Now it's like we using that shit to beat each other down. We using it to find another nigga.
I think the thing with that is you know, corporate America got into it. You know what I'm saying? And I heard from a rapper that, you know what I'm saying, a well rapper paid label deal said that say if it's beef in the industry, the record label will put the record label will put money behind.
Yeah, they will.
You know what I'm saying? To like make the music portray this image to keep us that way. You know what I'm
saying? And they have, but that information was given to us through the whole Biggie and Pac experience, bro. It's no excuse for us to continue or allow somebody to continue to do the same shit that we literally watched in our own eyes. Half of these rappers seen the whole thing unfold, bro. They heard Pimp. They was up under Pimp. Hell, they all birthed from Lil Wayne. Every new wave rapper birthed from Lil Wayne. I gotta give it to Wayne. If you don't give it to Wayne, you don't know nothing about hip hop. Wayne birthed this whole era. So how you gonna? He just got out that shit. He was tired of it, bro. And he got his money now. He got freed from a motherfucker that's a nigga, his partner, but treating him like the white man treat niggas. See, the thing about leaders, bro, or black people that get in position to help black people, they get on game and get all this game from the white folks and then put it and use it on their people, bro. And so it makes no sense for us to have a whole era of juggernaut black-owned labels running the entire rap game for almost 10 years straight. And then we don't have none. All because a nigga telling everybody these white folks doing this and doing that and they paying it and you still. So if I tell you these people waiting for you to come outside the house at 6:30 and you walk out at 6:30 butt ass naked and let them jam you up or kill you, what that tell me about you? Now I already told you, fool, that they about to kill you at 6:30 and you ain't gonna prepare yourself. See, y'all the one. You know what that is? That's that old white Jesus mind frame. See, you sitting there. That's that old philosophy. They were talking about the man sitting on the island asking for God to send him somebody to help him, and he sent them out to help, but it wasn't what he wanted. You see what I'm saying? He wanted God to come himself. Man, we gotta stop that, bro. Everything we need to fight the oppressor has been laid out. All the shit that was hidden has been exposed. We literally watching movies with these white folks killing some. We watching them. If that don't make you mad, if that, come on, man. We watching movies where they walking 13-year-old black little boys to the electric chair. Bro, I don't talk to white folks about nothing. They ain't got nothing to say to me about nothing. You see what I'm saying? And I don't blame them either. Because I know that once you are enlightened and you woke up, then it's your job, bro, to wake up the next man. Not hold your nuts on him and tell him he dumb and you not. Because I guarantee you, bro, everybody that's getting paid that dollar, they know what they doing. The Mo 3 situations, all these situations coming back to back. These niggas ain't even lasting in the game for a year for they either get jammed up or killed. And the only reason that nigga can tell me it's okay is, oh, they paying them niggas to do that. Come on, bro. We all got balls. We all got cojones. I'm just not afraid to use mine. I'm not afraid. If I'm gonna take something, I'm just saying, you claim to be a gangster, you super hard, rah-rah all the time, and you at the corporate table and you ain't taking nothing. Hey, 50 Cent took it. As soon as they let 50 get to that table, what'd he do? Bad nigga turned into a hog. 50 made so much money when he came to the rap game because guess what he was? He really was a grimy hog on the corner, nigga. His whole hustle came back from being smarter and bullying the nigga. I'm just being real. A lot of niggas came up off that same hustle when I was growing up, bro. They were just smarter and would bully niggas, taking shit. So you gotta have that mind frame when you have to take with these white folks, bro. And a lot of niggas don't have that mind frame. They still letting them pay them to do shit that they ain't got no business doing. And that is not a relevant excuse. My black card of me being black don't give me the right to do a bunch of hoe ass shit. Or accept a bunch of hoe ass shit. And it don't give me the right to dismiss somebody out of the culture because they not on what I'm on. You feel me? So I'm not dismissing them and saying that I don't love them. But what I'm saying is we can't keep letting this same shit, right, continue to happen and then blame Whitey. I can't do that no more. I can't do it with the technology in our face. I can't do it being born in the 80s, baby, and living to this day, knowing that I'm seeing it unfold in my face. We have so many tools to fight back, bro. We have to use them. But too many people still stuck on this black and white shit. It's black and white. When I went to prison, man, it was more Mexicans hated me than white folks. And it was the first time in my life I ever experienced that. I didn't even know Mexicans didn't even like black people, bro. But guess what? That's another conversation. But it exists. It's real. Everybody hate black people, fool. The darker you is, the worse you get. I don't care what part of the continent you on. It's black people in Australia, they get treated like shit. The Philippines, they treated like shit. Asia, Japan, where you want to go? Everybody that got our color treated like shit, bro. Egypt, Saddam, which is really named after black pitch mat. That's the name of it. Saddam. It's supposed to be number pitch black people there. But if you go there, my color, they going to enslave your ass. Right now in Egypt, Corio, Mexico. So we got so many enemies. We can't keep getting caught up on black and white. Our enemies is so widespread, bro. It ain't funny. And then on top of that, our number one enemy is ourselves. We got to go against everything, everybody, and then we got to go against another motherfucker that look just like us. So who really got it hard? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm here. Hey, I'm here with you. I feel you. Follow
we
you.
soaking it all in for sure.
I ain't blaming them, bro. I'm not saying a wrong or right thing. All I'm saying is there are men with wisdom around these people. Either they shunning them and putting these fugazi niggas around them who don't do nothing but yes, man, and yes, sir, and wonder why a nigga can walk up on him and pop him right in his ass. Come on, bro. You got a home, all your homeboys stand next to you, and you die like this? Brother, stop the madness. I ain't never seen so many people with so much money and ain't safe. Everybody I knew growing up that was getting money, man, you wasn't supposed to be walking up on doing nothing. Nothing. They think it's funny now. Oh, he got security with him. Okay, well, you stand there and let niggas shoot you dead in your head, and you ain't got the right to carry a weapon, but you famous and you rich, but you still treated like a nigga because you can't carry a gun. You don't got the right to. You get what I'm saying? Hell, got me feeling like hell. They credit must be just as bad as mine. Hell, they ain't got no passport. Hey, they ain't got no passport neither. So how can I be mad? Snoop Dogg can't go wherever he want to go either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hella issues back in the day trying to go.
That's what I say. So they got all I'm saying is that anytime you give them an opportunity to treat you like a nigga, they gonna remind you, bro, you still a nigga no matter what you got. So why not put your mind, like you said, the first question, on generational curses building generational wealth? One thing I feel like I'll be able to do in my community to change the game is making other niggas rich. I feel like if I'm given the opportunity to get the paper, knowing my heart, knowing how I come from the game, knowing how to be smart and survive in the game, I used to go and get on the road to grind. So it's certain things you have to do on the road when you're going in other people's territory. That's like y'all see me on y'all block and ain't never seen me nowhere. Brother, I can't come down there flashing, doing all that. Come on, just be real. You can't do this. Fucking on y'all women. Oh, man, I ain't coming home, man. I ain't gonna make it an hour without getting into a whole shootout or something. So I knew I was by myself, so guess what I had to do? I had to be smart. I go to McDonald's dressed in plain clothes, talk to all the weed head girls that work there. Yeah, now I know where everything going on in the hood. That fast. I ain't got to worry about getting in no beef. You see what I'm saying? And you got to be strategic like that when you at war going against your enemy, which is the best manipulator of all time. Even black women ain't got nothing on the white boy. Man, these motherfuckers is smooth. had you shooting your arm up with poison. Talking about this antidote. So we got to learn from them, and we got to build off that, but still have that same mind frame when we in attack mode. Making the our other parts of our body, because we a body. You, we brothers. I don't give a fuck if y'all don't see me every day. I don't care if y'all ain't been in my house yet. I don't care if y'all ain't seen me face to face. Y'all my brothers. And that love and that energy, you should be able to feel that shit through this screen. If you're not able to feel that shit, then you must ain't got no melanin in your blood. Because I feel it. It don't matter where I'm at, no matter where you at. You feel me?
I feel you 100%,
You already know,
bro.
We brothers, bro. So when you got that mind frame, you got to understand the importance of building this union. Because we don't have a lot of outlets. Like I said, one of our ways of having mental health was having outlets for us to bond. I feel better talking to my brothers than I do than a psychiatrist. You feel me? That I got to find a way to finance anyway. Because who understand more what I'm going through than you guys?
big fan.
That's a part of healing. It's a part of healing, man. So I invested into a yoga studio where we doing all different types of yoga. It's called Everybody Studios. Go check that out. It's 1900 East 12th Street, Austin, Texas. Everybody Studios. And it's all type of yoga. You know, we doing where they do tarot cards and do yoga. We do a mental, you know, and I've been in part of it the first time ever doing it, and I loved it. It's not just the old funny bunny in tight stretch. Man, it's all types of yoga. You know, sexual healing yoga. It's all kind of yoga stuff for you to do to heal. But what we gotta do is be able to build space. It doesn't have to be yoga. Music is mentally healing, right? All these different ways that we've been able to try to heal. We have to start drilling on them and infusing on them and putting in them and building on them and financing these places to create more space that is going to give us an opportunity to heal without everybody in our business. And in Austin, we're going to make sure we're able to do that, and we're going to make the oppressor pay for it. Why? Because it's not our job to clean up white folks' boo-boo. It's not our job to clean up the white folks' blood and the mess. It's their job. And I don't care if well, my grandfather was like that. I'm not like that. I'm my boyfriend black. I don't care. It's not our job to fix something that y'all destroyed. Y'all did this on purpose. So I need you to understand that you are obligated, right? And should feel responsible for being a part of the process of getting us back to where we can literally say we feel equal here. We feel like we are accommodated, we human, and we can prosper without having y'all hanging over us. So that's everybody's responsibility. It's not just black people responsibility. So me marching with 60,000 people, and guess what I did, y'all? I made all the white people get in the back. All of them. We wasn't moving one step until every last white person got behind all the black people. Purposely. Now, I laugh at it all the time when I think about it. But it was a moment that I could never forget because it meant something, right? And it's not to interrogate and put on it and say, oh, you white people bad, white people bad, white people bad. Like I say, we got to get out this white and black crap, right? You white and I'm black, and that's it. That's all life about. That's not what life about, man. And we have an opportunity to show them that this is not what life is about. And I believe in Austin with the black community here, we have some people preparing and lining themselves up to make that happen. And I'm grateful to be here and to be a part of that today because we had too many people before us sell us out, bro. They just flat out sell us out, sold us out, put it like that, sold us out. And now we trying to figure out how we're going to crawl up out of this. But this is the first step. KT, I appreciate it, man. World, I appreciate it, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the first steps of doing this and aligning us because technology allowing us to get in different cities all around the globe and get these conversations and create this space. And so I appreciate y'all for giving me this opportunity to be on the show, man, to have this day with y'all, to commune with y'all and heal with y'all together. I really appreciate that, brothers.
We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you just as much. Like, you don't even know, like, this was a good one for real, for real.
You really touching like some things that need to be touched, man, in more ways than I can put in words right now, bro. Like, I really feel it.
Really.
Yeah, this episode gonna be monumental. It's already monumental and it's live, but even weeks down the road, months down the road, years down the road, it's still gonna be monumental. People gonna go back and look at this shit just continuously.
Yeah. And I got some more things popping off, and so I'm gonna be doing a book tour soon. So I might be in your city. If you promoters out there, right, and you like to get some things going, man, I got some top authors, jazz queens, everything rolling with me, man, coming up out the city. Like I say, and we organize, we nice, and like I say, it's not just about the event, but we also creating a space so that we can empower people, right? Empower Black authors and etc. People who are putting in the work and not getting the gratification or the highlighting, the achievements. But we like to give people their roses while they're alive. One thing I'm getting tired of is with our people, we gotta wait till they die to give it to them. Like we gotta stop that. So I'm just doing my little part. You know what I'm saying? Just doing my little part.
For sure.
So
what else you got? I was gonna ask, what else you got coming up in the future? You was talking a little bit about the future there. What else you got coming up?
Right now I'm about to break a lot of stuff down and sit down, man, and get ready to focus on this Bill 67, which will formally give us a public apology by the city. Like I say, grant us $500 million. Trying to make sure I align myself the right way. I don't want to build an embassy. I don't want it to be a situation where Black people get this great thing happening, then we still going through the NAACP or another organization, the Civil Rights Division, to get your money, And I know it's a little bit easier to help somebody who already started a business or a podcast or whatever and say, hey, man, we're going to give you $10,000 or $20,000 to invest in what you got going on. But what can we do for the people who don't have that inspiration, who haven't started no businesses? They haven't got off their ass to do something. But we just going to say, fuck them? Oh, well, they don't need no money. They don't need no 4 acres of mule hair. They ain't going to do nothing but go throw it in the strip club. Well, if they do, that's their business. But you and me not about to jump in front of everybody and tell nobody who deserve to get some money and don't deserve to get nobody, because they gave us all this money. So if we want to start some shit, let somebody jump up there and say who gonna get something and who not. Then it's gonna be a whole blackout behind. It's gonna be drama. And so I'm very, very delicate, and I'm willing to break everything down, man, and focus to make sure that this is distributed not through an embassy, but directly to the impacted. I don't want any money. I want my people to be healthy. We need resources. I would like to put money into, banking systems, schooling systems, hospitals, whatever we all need to keep us the resources we need, right? Health insurance, all this stuff. That's what I'd rather start investing in, and I see the return, and mental health and all those things. And so I'm going to break things down. But I also will be, like I say, releasing another book this year. But other than my tour, man, I'm going to get my brother situated soon. Hopefully, like I say, we get more people to rally behind us and the voice of the Justice for Lawrence Parrish campaign, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's watching this, man, hit that link, donate, support, promote, pull up, call, whatever you need. However you need to do, let me know you around, you supporting you down. We need it. Because not a lot of us, Sandra Bland's mother marched with me, unforgettable moment. I want to say between that time with her and the 60,000 people was like my most memorable, but for sure with her, man, I wanted to cry. Man, she came all the way down here in the midst of fighting for her baby. And y'all, I don't know if y'all remember, but they called Sandra Bland a crackhead and all kind of stuff, man, when they killed her, And but just to know that she only got a couple $1 million, something like that, you know what I'm saying, paid off, But dang, it's sad, man. You can't get nothing back to this woman. But she looked me dead in my eyes. At the time, I was cussing out the church, Black Lives Matter. I cuss everybody out because they believe what the police said on the news, that my brother shot at the police. And so they just quickly said, oh, he's a dumb nigga. He deserved what he got. And I was like, y'all really believe everything you white folks say? And I was remembering that, yeah, a lot of us is that naive. Look how we get ready to turn somebody down when TMZ say something about a person, or somebody, whatever news brings something about a person. Most people just take that as face value, and that's what it is. They don't even give you a chance. You see what I'm saying? And that's what happened with my brother. They wasn't willing to give us a chance. And so in the midst of me cussing everybody ass out, really building a bad blood between them, and which would make us not get the support, she comes down and she kisses me on the cheek and she hugs me and she say, boy, you look like my son. She ain't got no son, but she said, if I had a son, you would look like my son. She looked me dead in my eyes and said, boy, you look like Jesus. She say, everything you doing is right. Cuss their ass out. Cause they wrong and they lying on your brother. And it's gonna be hard, but don't you give up. And I took that with me to this day, man. I took it with me to that. She the reason why I knew I never apologized. I never turn around and say, oh, Black Memorial Baptist Church or such church or this church, I'm sorry for y'all, cuss y'all out. I never said that. You know why? Because I meant what I said. I meant what I said. It maybe came out a little wild, but it wasn't a lot of churches in the community showing their presence. I'm sorry, it wasn't. And so I cussed everybody out because it wasn't no presence. And I knew that they were building money and ways to fund their organizations off the backs of true stories of people in the community. Our own Black people were doing this to us, monetizing our stories. And so while everybody else were receiving $100,000 grants and funding to their organization because my brother got shot, we were left out with not one red fucking penny. We ain't get shit. I was homeless for the whole 2 years. I was marching up and down the street. You see? And so I didn't get to see my kids. I just started seeing my kids a year ago because I didn't want them to see me like this, man. And so the sacrifice and what I paid and everything I lost just to fight, oh, I need 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 million. Y'all ain't got enough money for me. I lost my whole family, man, fighting for my brother. I wouldn't, I'd do it again the same way, right? Because that's my baby brother. That's my boy. You feel me? Everybody don't feel like I feel the way about my brother. I see brothers right now, they don't even talk to each other. They hate each other guts. Straight up. Blood brothers. Man, me and my brother sitting next over here right now with me, looking good, diamonds in his mouth. They done shot him all in his mouth. So his appearance make people feel like he ain't really traumatized or went through what he went through. And since he didn't die, he don't receive the support or highlighting the issue of him going to court right now. And I almost done. They want to keep it so quiet, but we need him to talk. We need his story. We need to see him. He's a survivor of the loudest voice in the world. He was shot by 4 different officers. George Floyd just had a knee on his neck. The first officer shot my brother right in his face. The world need to know this boy's story.
They got to know it.
We need to be a laws behind this story. We need to do all this behind this story, not for the money, but so that we can do what we said we was gonna do when we got on this damn thing. And that's start to stop these generational curses, man. That is a curse that's going to plague us if we don't start putting a stop to it now. And now it's going to take all of it. Marching, praying, right? All of it. Legislators, changing the law, all of it. So this is just one little piece of what we all need to do, right? Using your outlets, being able to be on you guys' show, sharing the feed, sharing the show, letting people know who want to get involved. Because the last thing I want to see happen is Lee Merritt call me, and I'm not sure if y'all familiar with Lee Merritt, but he's a civil attorney. He's the one that had Trayvon Martin case at first. Then he got Mike Brown. Then he got John Bethams in Dallas. And the white lady killed the cop, killed the black guy in Dallas in his apartment, mistaken apartment. Okay, and so he wound up in your neighborhood, at your house, trying to help you out because you haven't took this stuff serious. You still thinking, oh, we go to church, oh, we good middle class Americans. This could never happen to us. We don't get into it with the law. But every time I see some of the police doing something to somebody, it's a teacher, it's a lady, it's a little girl. You know what I'm saying? It's a preacher. They not doing this to the leaders of no gangs or nothing. You don't see the head Pyru getting his head split with no billy club. They ain't. I'm just being real. We don't see the people who deserve their ass whoop getting their ass whooped. We ain't losing the people we deserve to lose. We losing everybody we can't lose, man. We watching people die that we don't want to die. They are good people. So we gotta stand up. We gotta stand in that gap, and we gotta fight for that. We gotta make sure that if don't nobody else give a damn, as black men, we give a damn. Cause our women done fought the good fight, and they done fought all they could fight in hell. If they want to be dykes and mess with white boys now, it's their damn business. It's our job to take over now, man. And we gotta do this together. So anytime you brother need me, anytime I can help, you reach out, man. I reach back, man. I'm there. I'm in there.
Already.
Appreciate that, man. For real.
And so how many times have you been interviewed on radio or podcast or anything of that nature?
Whew, man. I don't know, man. At least 100 times or more. From starting off in hip hop and with the rap and the label and being on World Star and you know, they shot my brother in the brink of our career. We had Gucci Mane was locked up. Gucci was stamping us. Everybody was stamping us, and we were waiting for a lot of guys to get together. Boosie had just got out. It was a lot of things that were going on in our time. A few years we were getting off the ground and the label off the ground and pushing my brother as an artist. And so, you know, we got derailed, put it like that. But it's not over. You know what I'm saying? It's not over. And so, the books and everything like I got right now, I got my music written in the books. So, you know, I'm still able to push the music. But that was like my first love. And so I've been on countless podcasts, radio stations. You know, when you're in hip hop and you're doing music, you know, DJs and promoters, they're your best friends. And so you want to befriend these people. So, you know what I'm saying? I traveled many miles to see regular DJs, niggas DJs don't nobody know, but knowing that this was a part of networking. You know what I'm saying? So I've done countless interviews though, man. Countless.
All right. What would you say is your favorite episode of the 1409 podcast?
Man, I didn't get to finish watching the entire episode, but I've been dabbling. But Spencer, I think her name is Spencer Chanel Spencer, Chantel Spencer, I believe that's her name.
Yeah, Chanel Spencer.
Yeah, and it was another chick you guys had on here. I liked how they, you know, presented themselves, and I liked how you guys found a lot of people who are actually making some moves. That's like the good thing. Like y'all got some people make some moves, and highlighting the moves they making is a major thing for them and you guys. But I know it's a very major thing for them. And so just being able to backtrack, like you say, go back, look at the episodes and contact some of these people that's doing the same things you're doing. You know, you might be, like I said, might want to be in you guys' area soon. So, you know, all those things like that play a plus, you know, and then she was pretty also. So that was cool to, you know, easy to watch it. Easy to watch a little bit. I like chocolate things. So, you know.
Hey, we gonna send this to her right here. Just for you. Yeah. For sure. You got that question today, Guala?
You already know I had it. Yeah, man. Hey, listen, man. I feel like it's rightly for the occasion, man. Bro came in here with the energy. I still feel it, man. Like when we get off here, I'm gonna still be feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You embedded something in my spirit that nobody will ever be able to take away, which it was already there, but you just empowered more. You know what I'm saying? And that's a feeling that nobody will never be able to take away, man. Like you said, man, if you ever need anything from us, man, feel free to reach out. Man, you always have a place here at 1409. As we would like to say it, man, you a 1409er for life. You know what I'm saying? I know
Already.
KT feel the same way, bro.
Yeah.
Already. I appreciate that too, man. I appreciate that. That's how I feel like that's kind of like my a lot of people ask me why I see myself in a couple of years and stuff like that. Like I have inspiration to go back to school and be an attorney. I did speak earlier about me not having a formal education, but I don't want you guys to ever get thinking that I don't believe education is important. I use a lot of my mishappenings and mistakes and shortcomings to inspire those to do more, not be like me or get to where I'm at, but actually do a lot more and not make the same mistakes. Not finishing school or high school was a very big mistake of mine. And I find myself still having to go back and fix some of those things that I broke coming up in life. And so one of them will be my education. I'm going to go back to school to be an attorney. And I'm going to be a damn good defense attorney, man. I don't know how far I'm going to go or how that road ends, but I think revolutionary or activist, if you want to say it, author and attorney kind of go together. So I think that's kind of like gonna be a part of my puzzle, man. I get to look back and say I think I'll be very, very proud of that moment whenever it happens. But I'm speaking into an existence.
There you go. You got to manifest, man.
Yeah, you got to put that out in the atmosphere for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a lawyer, y'all.
Hey, we here for it, for real.
For sure, man. The question of today is happiness just a chemical flowing through our brains or something more?
I think it's something more, but it is in our brain because, come on, we are chemically imbalanced human beings is what we are. We're made of all the actual elements that makes the world: electricity, land, water, fire. So we can't deny that part of our humanity, terriness and humanity. But I believe happiness is a lot much more. Just like I believe there's a difference between being rich, wealthy, and well off. I believe that I have that opportunity to be rich, love from the family, being able to spend time with the children, get money, eat what I want, go where I want to go, do what I want to do, buy what I want to buy. That's kind of like rich. That's really rich, right? And that's kind of like being able to have your cake and eat it too. A lot of people don't understand that sometimes you don't know the true story. But what I realized is a lot of people that do have money, they don't have real friends. They don't have a real family. Yeah, they leave their money to their pets and shit like that, or their maids, right? They don't even give nothing to the kids, right? And so, and then we see them, they turn into crackheads, commit suicide, kill themselves, drown themselves, overdose on pills. And you like, why are these fools doing this with all this money? You know what I'm saying? Well, that's all they got. They ain't rich. They got some money, right? But they ain't rich because they not rich in health. Their body not right. They look like shit, right? And they look old and beat up. And you know what I'm saying? And so they don't have the full thing that comes with the richness that abundance comes with. And so I think that I see me having, I want abundance. I don't really care for the material stuff. I like to have my family and kids on the side of my bed. I don't want everybody looking like, damn, this nigga fucked up everybody to get this money. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't want to see that part. When I go, I can't say how I'm go. I don't want to speak that in existence. But I do know one thing. I will leave with my name. I will have honor attached to that name, some respect attached to that name, and some dignity attached to that motherfucker. And so, at the end of the day, man, if that's all I got, hey, It's more than what I came in with. So I take it, man. I take it and go.
What about you, KT? How you feel about that? You feel like happiness is just a chemical or something more?
It's definitely a chemical shooting to your brain, but happiness is more like than that to me, because like you just know. Some people like they faking they happy, but their real happiness, you gonna know. You gonna know that's their real happiness. Deep inside, goddamn it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I got on that.
Something along the lines of what KT was saying. Happiness is a chemical that goes to the brain, but the equation to get that chemical moving is your perception of life. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How you perceive life and things around you, how you understand your environment, how you understand, you know what I'm saying, things around you is what gets that chemical moving to the brain to create ultimate happiness.
Already.
All right, let's go and get to a little this or that, man. This or that. Let me see what I got. Let me see. Documentary or books? Would you rather have a documentary or a book?
A documentary.
A documentary.
I'm a writer, and I said documentary. Yeah.
I can understand that. A lot of people don't read. A lot of people read, but more people don't read.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like what you saying, that it's kind of like how you were saying. Crazy thing for me, the movie that you was talking about earlier, the Black Judas and the Black Messiah. You know, I never like thought about in depth of Fred Hampton, and I seen this movie. Like you said, it made me feel a type of way.
Yeah.
But now I'm doing research to like find books, anything that I could read to get more information. Also looking at documentaries too, but you know, more so I want books to read about it.
Yeah. I studied Fred Hampton, and I got a book actually that was written by Afeni Shakur, Fred Hampton Jr., and a couple of more family members are associated. Malcolm X's daughters, they all associate with a lot of the black leaders. So I had actually Fred Hampton Jr. Fred Hampton was one of my mentors. So I had actually been up on him before I seen a documentary. But I love documentaries. I love them, man.
I already peeped that from like the beginning when I was like an activist and you was like, bro, I ain't no activist. You know what I'm saying? I'm a revolutionary. I'm
Yeah,
like, okay.
no.
You
That's
know,
because I got white people that's activists. You know what I'm saying? I got just regular people. I got people that give to the poor every week, right? Every week. You know what I'm saying? They go out and get food and clothes, stuff like that. Them activist people, they active. They getting active. They getting a part of something. They doing something. But what I've done in Austin, bro, I've changed laws. Like I said, I don't even have a GED. I can put you Google all this shit. These times you see me talking to the city council, I ain't talking to them just about my brother. I'm voting and changing the law. I shut down 2 prisons in my city. You can Google it. I can send y'all all over the information. $97 million worth of it for a woman's prison. I put ICE on trial. I done freed Mexicans out of jail and drove them back to Brownsville, Texas. I done did a Meek Mills in Austin with a regular nobody. And it wasn't publicized, but it happened. How many people you can go give him a hand, shake a hug, eat some food with him, or break down some brisket, and he done changed the law. He done got niggas free from jail, and he ain't got no GED. Still slugged out, diamonds all in the chain and mouth. Come on, man.
Hey,
I don't look like I sold my motherfucking soul. You see what I'm saying? But guess the other thing about it is I can't be always the one in the places where I know I could, like, for instance, for you, if you came to Austin, just looking at you, how you look, bro, I can put you in I can put you in so many positions so fast because you give off a cleaner look. I don't know if people understand that. But I knew what was happening when the old folk was telling us about putting the goals and the tattoos on us.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because still, people don't understand in the corporate world, they don't like our dreads. They don't like our beards. We having these arguments about all this stuff now, but this is the nature. You get what I'm saying? So what you always see, you see the clean cut or the bald headed black man, no hair on his head, bald headed. If you see a movie star and he black, 9 times out of 10 gonna be bald headed, man.
Samson, they Samson, man. They don't even understand that though. They Samson, bro. Like I don't want to go too deep in that, but they Samson.
Man, that's cold, man. That's
Real,
cold, though, man. And then they got me flexing with bald headed niggas for nothing. I'm just dry flexing with them because I'm sitting up here looking at them like, man, the only nigga gonna get a star role is bald headed nigga. Oh, only nigga they gonna let do this bald headed nigga. Oh, only nigga get on commercial bald headed. Man, come on, man. What's going on with this? This can't be real, man. They don't want you to have no, that's like penitentiary. They don't want you to have no hair on your face, nothing. Everything that make you a man, you sitting up all day looking, checking your chin all these years, doing your lip like this, trying to yeah, it's coming. You brushing it down. You know what I'm saying? You looking all, checking your balls. Soon as you get some hair on your face, they want you to shave it all off. Oh, man. You got to walk around booty face forever just to get some money. That's what I'm saying, man. And you got people like Eddie Griffin and them. They tell on them, man. They can't wait to tell on them. Yeah, they fuck me over. I ain't want to be bald headed. They fuck me over. You think y'all know I ain't lying, man. Hollywood deadly, man. It's worse than hip hop.
For sure.
Straight up.
Man.
Come on, man. Y'all know I ain't lying. Can't say nothing about nothing. If you do, so it. That's why I don't want them to give me my check. I'm trying to hustle with y'all. See what I'm saying? Oh, y'all two bought my book? Good. Keep it that way. Because if they start giving me money, if I say anything, I can't say the F word, which is faggot. You can't say that. I'm not saying it. I'm telling you what the F word is. Can't say that or your ass gone.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing. You see what I'm saying? So guess what? We ain't gonna get no more Def Comedy Jam comedians. We're gonna get them old fugazi ass comedians that you gotta write their comics out for them to be funny. Give me back the Bernie Macs, man. I want the throwbacks, man. Gonna come cuss everybody out before they say one word. Everybody get cussed out before they even start their comedy, bro. Them the ones I like. Well, my nigga Bernie Mac come in there, kick ass. I ain't scared, motherfuckers. Yeah, come on.
Facts.
I'm gonna tell you something straight off the motherfucking press. I ain't coming for no foolishness.
Yeah, I like to throw back Def Comedy Jam comics, man. They raw, uncut. You know, we don't got a lot of them no more, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just dress up like a girl to be funny, man. So, you know, I'm just trying to make sure that we let everybody know that they're welcome for the change. Now, all jokes aside, I want everybody to know that they're welcome and freely pushed for the change. My Black experience, my leadership, my title does not give me the right to shun or cross out anybody because of sex, gender, or statue or money. I can't say nothing about everybody because of their positions when it comes to us coming together, right? Because we got a lot of topics that's still about us, but still separated topics. So if I'm not a homosexual, I don't feel like I'm compelled to be in the topic if a homosexual get beat up by laws or killed for being a homosexual. And they like, well, we Black too. Why y'all don't want to come and fight for us? Is it because we're gay? Or because of transgender and those things? And so a lot of our leadership, and I feel like this was a big problem with the cat, and I like this cat a lot, Umar, Dr. Umar. I feel like a lot of his heat and stuff been coming back on him because he's not afraid to tell you how he thinks. But I always learn from a wise man not to say everything that come to your head. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because Dr. Umar, smart cat. I like him. Now he being labeled a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? A thief. He's stealing all the money they done gave him. He supposed to got all this money donated to build a school. He ain't got the school. You know what I'm saying? He ain't paying
I know
child
exactly what you
support.
said.
Yeah, he ain't paying child support. And the only reason he ain't paying child support because he can't see the child. And basically any nigga from the hood will say the same thing he said. But bruh, you Dr. Umar. We done gave you $1.5 million. Pay your child support. That's what people looking at him saying. But he like, I ain't paying shit to nobody. Nigga, that's my child. If she want to take care of this baby, drop him off like I told her. And obviously a lot of black fathers like that. Drop my baby off. I'm not sending you nothing. I will never ask you for nothing when you do drop them off. So why I got to send you something when I drop the baby back off? No, this is gonna stop now. You ain't gonna make it 2 years before you say some shit like that. I guarantee you. So for all the new fathers and all that old they've been telling you it's cheaper to keep us shit. Say, man, it's reason for that phrase, bro. It's reason for that phrase. It's hard to do the co-parenting and being the parent outside the household, man. I'm telling you, it's hard. Sometimes it's worth it, but it's hard, bro. Real hard.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Hey, so go ahead and plug with everything you got going on that you want to share one more time before we bring it to a close.
Already. Like I say, y'all check out my 2 books. I got out right now, available on Amazon. Oscar the Ostrich Wants to Fly. It's a children's book, off ages up to about 10, 11, depending on how advanced your child's reading is. And it's an urban book. And I also have an urban novel called Music, Money, and Murder right here. It's also Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, ebook, Kindle, all that. All you gotta do is type in Cluren Williams, Amazon. Both the books should pop up. You can order directly from me. My Cash App is available on the screen here at K.K.M.G Jinx D. You can Cash App me. Give me about 7 to 10 business days. I'll send you a signature book. So the books you get online and all that, they won't come with this signature. They get the book, but they won't get the signature. So you get a signature book and also a little note from me saying, how much we appreciate the support and love. All my social media outlets is available. If you're in the area this weekend, this Saturday, we got a sip, network, and read with me, Arnika Robinson, another black author, self-publishing. If you need help with self-publishing, get at me. If you need help with organizing for community events, right? If public speaking, reach out to me. If you like to start setting up some panels, you would like to kind of like start getting some campaigns built in your area to fight against the suppression that you're going through. You want to get some changes going. Buzz me up. I can go in. I set up the cost. We can work out the cost, but I can help you organize, build campaigns so that you can also get activated. I'm also educated and I teach at the University of Houston-Tillotson and UT and different high schools around Austin about being activated and being an activist and getting out there and working in your community. And hopefully you'll also understand why I've decided to go with the revolutionary Cluren Williams, to see why this is something that even Fred Hampton, the late Fred Hampton, will be pleased to see getting done. Putting this on more people and breeding this type of mind frame and spirit throughout our course of our existence. And so we look out for some new music. I'll have some new music coming out. Also, I have a new album I'll drop. My music and stuff is on all platforms. It's called Respect, Love, and Loyalty Volume 2. So if you're looking to do some music, man, I'll also be getting back into a little bit of music for the next few months, man, until to the end of the year. And so if you like the features, anything, man, like that, I also have a yoga studio. So if you're in the area, come stop by. You guys, if you're ever in town, Hit me when y'all get in town, bro. I'm pulling up. I got you. You ain't gonna be no, where the hood at, where the black spots at, where I ain't got nowhere to go eat. I don't want to go. Hit my line, man, so you don't have to go through all that. That way you can go straight to where you're trying to go when you get to Austin. And I take you through there. We get us something to eat, smoke out, all that. Take you out to my yoga studio. We can get in the studio, drop some tracks, whatever. Hit the strip club. Nah, I ain't gonna hit the strip club. But we can just go somewhere, you know what I'm saying? I can't go to the strip club in my city. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get caught up, bro. I'm just, I'm taking my title serious, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I used to love it, but so now I just don't want to be looked at somebody that's a false prophet or somebody that's faking, and I know it shouldn't be like that, but with too much is given, much is expected, bro. And so you can't say, oh, I never asked for people to follow me, and 1409 wasn't made so we can be looked up to and all that. No, once it's there and people are looking for a blessing when they see you guys, or hearing information, or being able to get information that they're not able to get from the main resources, right? Then it's your duty to uphold that standard, not because it's about you, because you realize that you have people depending on you. And that's what builds the maturity in a man. A man cannot reach his maturity until somebody is depending on him. Somebody needs him. So if your girl don't need you, you're not going to be with her for a long time. You're going to cut off real soon. Because to be a man and to reach full maturity, your full capacity, where you're comfortable and confident in who you are, you have to have somebody depending on you. That's the difference with you and me. Some of us had that part of life hit us very early. Some of us ain't got to experience it yet. But when you do experience, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's important for your growth. So let y'all know I'm depending on you guys to stay in order, to stay strong, to stay together, right? Stay prayed up and keep leaving this outlet open for people like me, little people making big noise. Leave this outlet open for them. And again, I thank you guys for allowing me to be on here and supporting what I got going on. And the love is mutual, man. My brother, he appreciates you. He ain't got to say nothing. I'm telling you for him. Anybody watching, Justice for Lawrence Parrish, man, it is the next big thing. It should have been already the biggest thing. But he is one of our survivors, and somebody that we can utilize to help fight against this system of depression and change our quality of life for our children forever.
Yes, sir. You already know we rocking with you, man, for real. And you can find us. We on Nobody Grinds Like Us Network. Always press record TV, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, all that shit like that. Follow us on Instagram, 1409 Podcast. You can follow me on Instagram at 843 Ambassador. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. PS5 raffle still going off. Also, man, check out our new website, 1409podcast.com. Make sure y'all tap in to get all the episodes there. If you know what I'm saying, you want to look into them. You know what? You can follow me on IG, your boy GualaMeetsWorld, at GualaMeetsWorld. Tap into the music on all the streaming platforms.
Already. And we bold, boisterous, and blunt. It's the 1409 Podcast, and we out.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah.